What's up, everybody? This your girl CC with Where It Begins Magazine, and I got two of my favorite people on the line. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves for who they are and what they do.
What up? It's Jay Champ, one half of Men at Large. What's going down?
What up? It's Dave Tolliver, the other half of Men at Large. We in the building, taking up all the screen.
Well, what's up? Y'all gotta fill me in. Where y'all been? What's been going on? Fill us in on what y'all been doing lately.
Oh man, we both been just living, surviving, doing our own music. Dave and I both have been recording solo projects and staying in and out of the way, getting in where we can fit in, and staying out of the way when we need to.
Doing podcasts, taking care of the family, doing plays. Just making a living, man. Being taking care of your responsibilities and family. Not really on the main radar, but we still there. I see that little bloop. Bloop. What's that? It's a big bloop too. Bloop, bloop. That's us. We still out there. Hey, y'all.
All these years, what made y'all come back to want to be a group?
We never really stopped being a group. I mean, Dave and Jim and I went on and carried that legacy for a while, but Dave and I are more than just a group. We've been brothers for years. Our mothers were best friends for 30 years until the unfortunate passing away of his mom.
I appreciate
but
it,
now that we're back together, man, it's like we just had a break is really what it was. But we decided that this is something that we wanted to do. Some of our fans, always reach out to us and say, hey, man, we miss y'all, And so finally we said, let's do it. And boy, I'm so glad we did.
Yeah, me too. I'm glad we did too. It's like missing out on like somebody you used to like in high school, and then you get this chance to get back together, and then it's like, wow, man, why didn't we get together in high school? But we were together in high school. We just we back together again, back in stride again. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to be back together. So what do y'all have coming up?
Oh boy, we got a smorgasbord of excellence coming towards you. On Gerald's birthday last year, we started recording another album, and it's fantastic. I can't even lie. His brother, along with some other music guys, we got together and we have 10 incredible records that we're going to release on the world very, 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 very soon. So be ready for that. And just rekindling our love and retying the bond that obviously was never broken. Sometimes in life you just have to go see. And then when you see, and then you come back to where you're supposed to be. And that's where we at.
So what do y'all think is missing right now in today's music?
Besides us?
Yes, besides y'all.
I would go ahead, Jay.
Man, what's missing? If I had to, try to, there's really no way to put a face on all that's missing. But if I had to try to give a snapshot and put an image on what's missing, it's really simple. It's love. Everybody wants to have fun and have friends with benefits and, no commitments, no accountability. Everybody just wants to be an island unto themselves and get theirs and get off. Dave actually mentioned something to me earlier today, and I was like, wow, I love the way he phrased it. We are somewhat of like, you know how your grandmother had that old antique silver, and she only pulled it out on special occasions. And between sittings, they would pull it out and they would polish it. Because even though it was antiquated and very valuable, you still wanted to keep the shine on it. You ain't want to just let it sit. And so Dave and I, man, we're that old antiquated silver, but we've been polishing it because we don't want to do things the same way. And what we want to do is we want to put love back on the radio, for real.
Just put love back into people's lives, man. I think I don't know, man. The world it was so much love back in the day. I'm like, what happened? Where did it go? Right. It seems like people are afraid to talk about what the ultimate peace is the ultimate peace offering, which is love. I mean, everybody from the hardest of the hard to the softest of the soft have a love weak spot. You know what I'm saying? And love, life, and relationships, man. And speaking back to the ladies, man, not degrading them, downplaying them, treating them as tools, but just and we preaching communication in these new records, man. We got a record called "Say Something" where we're saying, "Baby, just talk to me, tell me, say something." We one song called "I'm in My Feelings." It's like I'm in my feelings. That's how I feel so strongly about that. Then we got another record called "Love Benefits." Love shouldn't hurt. It shouldn't hurt you to want to do something for somebody you really love, man. And that's what we're trying to be back. We're trying to bring that back, man, and make it cool for strong Black men to be into their feelings and to be transparent about how they feel. Period. Sound like we on CNN, don't we? Sound like we on CNN, don't we? All we need is Michael Eric Dyson in that bottom corner.
Oh, Dave, you was a mess. But who are y'all top 5 of all time? I really want to know this.
Wow.
Only 5 now. Only 5.
Go ahead, Jay.
Man, we talking what? Male singers? Male groups? What?
Let's do y'all top 5 male and top 5 women.
Oh no.
Of all time.
Nat King
And it could
Cole.
be groups, it could be singers, it could be any, just your top 5.
Nat King Cole.
Okay.
My father.
Elder.
The great late Elder Leonard Champion.
Wings.
Donnie Hathaway. Reverend James Moore.
Oh God.
And probably Luther.
Oh, really?
He got it on.
My top 5 would be Stevie, Joe Thomas,
Okay.
of course, Reverend James Moore. We definitely agree there. Donnie Hathaway, and the 5th one, and this is in no particular order.
Right.
The 5th one, I'm gonna have to go with my boy, man, Gerald Levert, man. Top 5 in for me, top 5. Just his emotion, his passion, and if you once you learn vocals, and as I got more educated on what was what and what was not, just the little small things that he would do sometime in between, just would kind of give you chills, man. Sometimes, and then that 5 could be somebody else too. But my favorite of all time is Joe Thomas. I even though I've been on the stage with Charlie Wilson and Gerald.
Oh
and
man, Charlie Wilson. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you got to put Charlie.
I'm gonna take Luther off. I'm gonna take Luther off and put Charlie Wilson on there.
I'm gonna take Gerald off. I'm gonna take Gerald off and put Charlie Wilson on there. There you go. Now we gravy.
Okay, so what about the women?
I'm sure Whitney Houston, Celine Dion.
Really?
Yeah, Celine can sing, man. Celine
her
can sing.
ass off.
Whitney Houston, Celine Dion. Who else is there, Dave?
Brandy, Kim Burrell, Jasmine Sullivan.
Jasmine Sullivan.
Aretha
she wouldn't
Franklin.
be on my list. Early Aretha would, but not later.
Yeah, but early Aretha is all that counts.
And Brandy.
I say Brandy, Aretha Franklin, Gladys Knight.
Gladys, definitely. Oh God.
Brandy, Aretha, Gladys Knight, Kim Burrell, and I'm not gonna give Jasmine Sullivan that yet, but my 5th one would be, I say Anita Baker, man. What the hell?
Those are some good ones. I got another hard question for y'all. Out of all the music that y'all made, what has been your favorite one? And you can only pick one, and tell me why you picked that one.
I already know what his favorite is. I know what his favorite is. We just recorded his favorite song of all time.
Man,
For me, it would be this song we did with Keith Sweat and Gerald called "Don't Cry."
man, that was a cold record for
And why
me.
you picked that one?
That song to me, Dave and I were able to do something. Correct me if I'm wrong. That I don't remember us ever doing before that. You know, it was just the way we recorded that record, the tag team. It was like you was getting hit with lefts and rights. Typically, Dave would set up the song and I would come in at the end. But this song, we both did it like an equal amount of singing. And it was like, soon as he got done, here I come. Soon as I get done, he's coming back. You didn't have a chance to breathe. And the song was really a good record. It was a good song.
And then you had Gerald and Keith on there too. So it was crazy. Don't cry. It was right before we made our exit. DJ Clark Kent did this remix with down, and I've been trying to get in contact with him to get that remix just to put it up so people could hear it. Because I know if they heard that, it would probably be a viral moment for us. Real talk, though. You know what I mean?
I would like to hear that.
Man, I was with Gerald in New York somewhere, and they played it in the office, and I was like, man. And then that's when we decided to take exit, stage left, even heavens to Murgatroyd.
How do you not get that from Clark Kent? How do you not?
I talked to Dana Dane, who Clark Kent was his DJ. I talked to DJ Scratch, and I guess he just not responding. That's something in my eye.
I got you.
No, I guess he just not responding. We'll cross paths with him. We coming back. Listen, man. I'm so convinced, with how we're in the studio, and Jason is probably the reason why when my mom passed away when we were recording, I stopped believing in God, man. I don't know if he remembers this, but if it had not been for him and my guy Fred that was singing background, I probably still wouldn't believe in God. They helped me to understand how and why God does the things that he does. And I have told Jason like to go jump in the lake a few times. When he was telling me God said this, God is something like, man, shut up. But I just when you go through life, man, like I have, and I've seen so many things, man, go through life, and I've come through victorious still. I know it's no other reason but God. So this time when he sat down with me, and I could have been gone a couple times from some surgeries. And I know that I have a mission, and there's a reason why I'm still here. And that he's taken, you know what I'm saying? And when he sat down with me, when we sat down in the studio, July 13th last year, started to record this first song, he being his pastor voice, Dave, I seriously, I believe that God has something for us this time. It's going to be really special. And all we have to do is just keep listening to him. And if we do what he says, then the Chronicles of Riddick will come down and bless us abundantly. And I was like, all right, I hear you. I got you. So that day, it was Gerald's birthday. It was his brother's birthday, Jay Sean. The last time we had performed on a big stage was 2014 on 713. And then when we finished, the engineer was like, hey, guys, I don't know if you know this or not, but the track that the guy sent over here, it had no title, but it was just titled 713. So I believe that numbers play a part in a lot of things. If you sit back and you study relationships in life, numbers are a lot of times connect you to people, and I pay attention to that. So those numbers is energy. And I just think that this project, if it wasn't supposed to happen, it wouldn't have happened. And it wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't have come out this good. I swear. That, like I said, the favorite song since we on that quote, the favorite song that we've ever done, y'all have never heard it yet. And it's this record called Love Benefits. Before that, it was Let's Talk About It. And then when I recorded Date Night with my partner, Jim, and I, who passed away, those two were my favorite from different eras. Like Jordan one era, LeBron the other era. It was Let's Talk About It from him and I, my era, and Date Night from Jim and I, our era. But this record right here, man, God is my witness. When people hear this record, just the way the track is orchestrated, the way the arrangement and the wordplay, I'm big on wordplay because I like rap. And so Listen, it's gonna be your favorite too. You're gonna be calling me. Ooh,
Well, Dave,
Dave.
give me the exclusive. When is it coming out?
I'll let you hear it. I've been very open to letting a lot of media principals hear it because we need people talking behind those doors. No matter how big or how small the following is, we need people talking, saying, man at large, man, you remember them? Oh, no, you remember, I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh, man, they got a new album. We need people talking like that, which will help us, you know, graduate to those levels we need to get back to, and maybe even bigger than before.
Okay. Well, I
Harlem.
look forward to listening to it. I really am. I look forward to it. So, look, I'm gonna hold you to your word that I'm gonna get to hear it.
Just hit me up. I'll give you the open to the folder because I need you talking because you seem like you can talk and you got people, you know. Tell all your lady friends because where the ladies at, that's where the guys come. So we need them to follow us.
And I'm a big word of that. I would definitely tell them, you know, when I say I'm gonna do something, I try to keep my word. And I want to say prayers to you too, you know, for losing family members. Because actually I lost my mom and today is her birthday. So yeah.
Wow.
So I know that feeling.
Man, God bless. So we sent So Alone out to her today. We dedicate that to her, no doubt.
Oh, thank you. But another question, how do y'all feel the internet has impacted the music industry?
Dave, that's up your alley.
Well, I can tell you this. It has like for especially like being an independent artist, it was a really big transition for me when I moved from Cleveland to Georgia. You know, the internet radio, the digital outlets and things like that have allowed people to become their own outlets, their own brands, their own situation, so to speak, without having to depend on other people and to depend on budgets and depend on radio. You still need those things, but it has kept me from having to seriously punch a clock during downtime because you never know who you're reaching. And I for me, starting off on radio, I knew and I used to tell all my 90s cats when we was rolling in 05, 06, 07, and I was doing radio shows out there interviewing them on my little thing on my laptop. I was like, man, this is the wave. This is what's happening. This is what's transitioning. And if you don't get down to if you don't learn it or use it to your benefit, you're gonna lose. And I mean, you see how many of them are still around, but it's definitely it's a cheat sheet. It's a cheat code. Like you playing a video game and you need that cheat. It's a cheat code to help you get more lives, you know. And I think it's fantastic. You know, there's some things that still need to be worked out, especially as far as revenue sharing. So you know, things need to be worked out. Like as far as like the pay scales, I think like Nicki Minaj and some other artists were big with that. But there's some things that need to be worked out. But this gives you the advantage to be whoever you want, do whatever you want, whenever you want. And on the flip side, technology, I tell everybody, is the thriller and the killer. It's the thriller because it gives you the cheat code for everything. But on the flip side, it's taking passion out of everything you do. You don't have to get up and go do nothing anymore. You can just sit here and do this every day and look at Logan Paul and them Paul brothers on YouTube, and now they making $20 million and stuff. Like, come on, this is unheard of. How do you get there from just punching a button? Sitting
Right.
So it's the gift and the curse. But if you learn how to manipulate it, it'll keep on giving.
I agree with you. I agree.
You should.
So, I do. So do y'all have any virtual events? Are y'all gonna put together a tour?
I said we don't have many virtual things except for us getting on and talking and, you know, just getting everybody reacquainted with our personalities and who we are. We have Baton Rouge, the
July 4th weekend.
July 4th weekend, and we have some other things coming through. We're planning on doing our own reunion show in Cleveland. We actually gonna have a conference call about that tonight after my room in Clubhouse. If y'all familiar with Clubhouse, every Tuesday at 9 p.m. I do this crazy singers competition. I'm giving away $2,000. Yeah, come on, and I'm giving away a championship belt too. So come and check me out every Tuesday night in Clubhouse. It's called Dave Tolliver Singers Room. Come get this deal. We in season 3. That's coming to TV soon too. And we just out here, man. We grinding. We getting back to what we doing. Shout out to full court management. Courtney Carter, Big T. We got a whole new team, and we doing everything the right way to retake the crown. You know what I mean?
Okay. And I've been in some of your clubhouse rooms, so it definitely be popping in there. So
Fire, blood fire.
yes. But I wonder who are some of the people that's gonna be on y'all the next album?
We didn't put any features on this one yet. We got some people that we were thinking about putting on there. Nothing has materialized yet, but it still could happen. We're still not done. We're almost done, but it definitely could happen.
Okay. Well, I got 2 more questions for you before I go into my game. What is one piece of advice that been given to you? One of your favorite advice that has been given to you.
I think mine has nothing to do with music. When I was when we were out the first time, years ago, we used to shop at this place called Big Fellas. It was like a hangout spot for us. We got really cool with the man who owned the place. His name was Mr. Beck. He was a young man too. He came from Korea. His family had money, and he wanted to open up a clothing store for big guys. And he clothed from everyone from us to the Cavs, to the Indians, to the Browns. And one time after we kind of stopped doing what we were doing, and I was working in corporate America, I had to go see him because I needed some new suits and stuff. And I didn't really have a whole lot of money. I had a couple of dollars, and he gave me about $1,000 worth of clothes for free. And when I got up to the register and he was checking me out, I noticed that there was a leather jacket on the wall, and I really wanted it. It reminded me of Gerald Levert. Gerald had this. Remember that Pelly jacket Gerald had years ago? That peach, remember he gave it to me.
Yeah.
Squandered it like everything else. I'm like, I don't even know where that jacket is. But I saw this jacket. It reminded me of Gerald. It was like, I don't know, it was like $1,500 he wanted for this jacket. And I asked him, could he throw that into the pot that he was giving me? With no aggressive emotion, with no, he wasn't angry. He looked at me and he just simply said, a gentleman would never ask. And I knew exactly what he was saying. When he said that to me. He was correcting me, but it cut me real deep because I knew I was being greedy and I was being selfish. That's probably one of the greatest pieces of advice that I've ever received in my life. I carry it with me.
Okay.
That's nice. I'm using that. A gentleman would never ask. After I've given you plenty, you're still not satisfied.
Right.
And he didn't even have to cuss me out. He didn't even cuss. What he said was, man, it gripped me. And he didn't even have to say no negative words. He didn't have to yell at me. As soon as he looked at me square in my face and said, gentleman would never ask. I was like, oh, ships.
And that's that.
He was like, damn, man, I just filled your plate up. So for me, I think the most important things that I've gotten were probably from my grandmother, the late great Frances Tolliver. And man, probably as life deals you the hand that it deals you, expect the worst, but hope for the best. And I used to think that was stupid. I was like, man, that's dumb. I didn't say it to her like that, but I'm thinking that's stupid. But as you go through life, no matter how devout into whatever religious belief or spiritual belief you in, or no matter how grimy and nasty you are, we all go through the same things. It's a roller coaster ride, life is. And you got to be prepared no matter what. And once those things start to happen, you have to try to find your mental stability and to not look at those negative things as being negative all the time, but maybe look at them as a learning experience. But it's coming. The storm is going to come and the sun is going to come. You don't have any choice. You don't have no choice, period, but to find your way through it. But when those dark times come, there's always a glimmer of light. And if you just not focus on the darkness so much and look at that and say, "Oh, I can get out of here," you'll be all right. Because that's been my life, is looking for that little small glimmer of light through all the bullshit. Real talk.
I got you, and I like that. I like that. So now y'all gave
Wrong
me the best
camera.
advice that was given to y'all. Now I want to know what advice y'all can give others.
I think the greatest piece of advice that I would give: learn how to be teachable, learn how to be correctable, learn how to be flexible. Don't hold so tightly to your own ideas and opinions, because you could be wrong. And if you maintain that your position is the only position and you're not open to anybody else's, that's a sad existence, because nobody can ever show you anything, nobody can teach you anything, and you can't grow like that.
Okay.
And that mine would be a hard lesson I've learned is, when it's your time, it's your time. When it's for you, you're gonna get it, and it's gonna be yours. But you got to be ready for it when you get it, and be careful what you pray for. And for my artists, I say this a lot of times when I sit on panels and stuff, as I say, we all have to drive on the same highway, but we don't all have to drive the same car. Let's make a change in music, man. Let's make life-changing changes in music again, and in entertainment, period. Every all your business don't have to be told on every record about what you're doing or what you claim you're doing. And let's live, man. Let's laugh again, man. Let's get back to just loving and just having a great time. You did.
Totally agree.
Oh, I enjoyed y'all. But I got my fun game questions now. I like to do like a little fun fact game thing. So my fun fact question is, if you could trade places with one person for one day, who would it be and why?
Trade places with one person for one day. Ooh.
Dave, you can go first. You already be ready. Usually you had the words, you be ready to answer them questions. Now you like,
Wow. Man,
I might want to trade places with God for one day.
I don't want that responsibility.
Well, that's why I want to trade places with God, because I want to, maybe if I see what he sees from his eyes, maybe I'd have a better perspective of why I should be more patient, why I should wait and be reserved and not so anxious about things, and why I would be able to see, life from his lenses. Maybe it would give me a better understanding. I know it would.
For me, I think it would be probably Elon Musk or Mark Zuckerberg, just for the simple fact to have that much power, and I would do stuff a whole bunch different. I think, especially Mark Zuckerberg, I think he's really greedy. And I think that when you have that much power, like I don't know what he does philanthropically, I'm sorry, but I would make it free a lot of things that they want to charge you for on those social medias to help those brands get to those certain places. Dude, you 100 billionaire, and you trying to nickel and dime everybody to do these little things. And then you, in the beginning, when Facebook and Instagram first started, you could hit a button and advertise to everybody. Now it's the algorithms are stopping you, and only this many people can see this unless you pay that. I just think that's total greed, and I would do so many things. Like I said, I don't know what he does philanthropically wise, if that's the right word, but
That's right.
I would do something really different to help out, and not just Black, but all these brands and these entrepreneurs that are trying to get on. What does it hurt you to help them? You said you got generational wealth, man, for generations to come. Nobody in your family or downline ever have to work again if y'all manage it right. That's real talk.
Okay. And my last fun fact question is, what's the craziest or adventurous thing you ever done in your life? Why
Wrong camera.
Oh man, crazy is most.
We probably can't. We
Wow.
probably can't tell you the craziest thing we've done, but I don't know, man. At most adventurous thing.
Most adventurous.
Man, I'll just be honest. Like I started off in radio, and at 16, 15 years old for like a station that's like V103 in Atlanta. Like I see you in Atlanta, so I think being in the entertainment business is adventurous in itself.
Yeah.
Because you never know what's going to happen from there. It's always hurry up and wait. Then when they done used you, all they can use you, they don't return your calls. They don't call you back. Oh, when you got something, nobody at your door. Then you go out here, that somebody, hope you just always under scrutiny. Just look at, I think being in the entertainment business is probably the most adventurous thing because everybody looks at it like, wow, your life must be incredible. You've met all these people, you've done all these things, and the guy's like, man, I know you. My nephew always asks me, man, the ladies still be on you? I'll be like, man, stop asking me about that. Stop asking me. You'll see when you go on the road. Stop asking me. Like I said, that's not the most important thing, even though inside as a man, you excited that he excited about stuff like that. But I just kind of raised my son and raising him because he lives with me kind of different. Even though inside my head, I'm gonna be like, man, hell yeah. That's what that little man on the side be said, man, hell yeah. That's what I think. Most adventurous, the craziest and the most adventurous thing is the entertainment business. Period.
Okay, what about you?
I would have to agree. The music business is a roller coaster ride. It is an adventure, up and down, twists, turns. I would have to definitely agree.
Yeah, just think of the craziest roller coaster ride you've ever been on times 5.
I gotcha. I know. I get it, because I've been meeting so many people. I was sitting beside Dave and I was like, oh, look, that's Dave right there. When I was at Nova's event, I was sitting right beside you. Like, hey.
No doubt.
But you never know who you're going to meet in Atlanta. So it's been definitely.
And now here we are.
I know, right?
We are.
But before we get on, y'all tell everybody what they call you and what y'all got coming up and one message you want to give to your fans.
Make sure you guys follow us on Twitter, Instagram at The Minute Large. On Facebook, it's just Minute Large. The Minute Large, Twitter and Instagram. Men at Large on Facebook. My personal is Dave Min at Large on Instagram and Twitter. And you'll be able to find everything else like that. Jason.
Mine is Jason L Champion on Instagram. Jason L Champion. I might change mine to Jason Admin. What is it? Yours, Dave Min at Large?
Yours, Jason Min at Large. That'll be
I might
dope.
change mine, Jason Min at Large. But on Facebook, it's the official Jason Champion.
Smear. Well, we know who's the internet junkie between the two of y'all. That's Dave all the way.
Hey man, that's how because it was certain things that I said I was not going to do and I didn't want to do. And that internet, that technology, man, for me, it has, I've released a couple solo projects and they've done well for me on the streets where I didn't have to, you know what I'm saying? So through those devices and those systems, it's been a blessing. And we have the new album coming up, concert dates. Any promoters out there that's looking to book the original Men at Large, email is themenatlarge@gmail.com. themenatlarge@gmail.com. I'll refer you to our manager, Courtney Carter. If we get it pop, we'll be in your city tearing it down like an earthquake.
Okay. Well, I definitely want to say thanks for interviewing with me today. I enjoyed y'all. Welcome that y'all back. I can't wait for the song to come. I want that. I'm not going to forget. But yeah, welcome back, y'all. I'm so glad that y'all doing y'all thing. Keep on grinding.
Thank you
so much.
I really enjoyed y'all.
All right.
All right.
All right, y'all have a blessed day. Be safe out there in them streets.
Yes,
You
sir.
too.
In them ATL streets. All right, baby.
Right.
Bye bye.
All right, y'all have a good one.
You too.
All right. Peace.